Hello there. Before I get started, I want to say that I am trying to use a lapel mic and do um, live vocals or live voice while I work out here, but there are going to be issues that I'll have to work out, and it remains to be seen whether this will work well enough or not. I generally do voiceover, so we're going to try this and see. This is an old cabinet that I built. I put a 12-inch carbon G12 or something or another, nice speaker, British series speaker in the cabinet, and this space takes up a power amp and one or two processors, I cannot remember, but I built it specifically because I used to run a power amp and a couple of processors in the 90s when I played out. And my plan was to plop the power amp and the processors in here, and then I would basically have an amp set up, because usually what I did was I ran a cabinet and a rack mounted case when I played live. But this has been in the shed 15 years probably. So you can see it's messed up. I've got the remnants of a wolf spider, I believe is what that is. They're on the grill. We're gonna get him off. But I've got it out here because, excuse me a minute. There. I've got it out here because what I want to do, the speaker has a little bit of a tear in it. I want to repair that and put the power amp and the processors in here. So the first thing I want to do, and if you can see, I hope that you can see. First thing I want to do is remove the front grill. Now this has been, like I said, in my shed 15 years, so there might be issues that I do not know about. We're going to find out. But first I want to get you a look at the damage to the speaker. And then we will go from there, deciding on what we're going to do. One of the reasons that I want to pretty much take this apart is because last year my shed had kind of an infestation of black widow spiders. And there's no reason to think that they are still not there. So looks like there might be a little mold to the speaker. We will clean it off as best we can. I'll have to look online and see what's best to clean off a speaker with, because I don't want to damage it. But I don't know if you can see. Stand by a minute. If you look, we've got some. Let's see. I know I saw more, but we've got a crack here in the voice coil, or rather, not the voice coil, in the surround. And that's, as far as I can see, that's the only issue. So I think some hot glue or some sealer, RTV sealer, or something like that would repair that. I saw a guy that repairs and works on vintage amplifiers, and he used hot glue, and he says it works great to restore the old vintage Fender speakers and stuff like that in cabinets, in amp cabinets and stuff like that when he gets them and people want them restored. So that might be perfectly fine for that. Okay, we're back. But yeah, what I want to do is kind of try to restore this speaker so that, okay, yeah, there's another crack here that I couldn't see because of the angle of the sun. So we have two cracks, one here and one here. That should not be that bad, and it should be really easy to repair that, I'm thinking. But I think the top here is kind of warped. This is like, I think, 1/2-inch ply, which I don't have any of, so I don't know what I'm going to do to replace that. But I'm going to need to replace that. And pretty sure, yeah, see that bottom where it's been laying on the shed bottom? That'll have to be replaced. Sorry. I know I'm in your way there. I try to move out. I don't remember whether I insulated this cab or not. I'm pretty sure that I did. That don't mean I'm right, because I cannot remember. It was too flipping long ago, and no, there's no insulation. So that'll have to change. The very first thing I'll have to do is insulate the cab. Alright, I cleaned this with Simple Green. I don't know if that was the right thing to use or not, but I looked on the back of the bottle at the ingredients, and none of it looks like it would be anything that would be an issue. I'm not going to clean this dust cover dome here in the center, because it looks like and feels like it's a lot different material, a lot more fragile than this cone. This cone is paper, but it is it's woven, so it's fairly strong, I think. I'm not touching that. I may have to come back in here where that mold is, because I can still see little white specks. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but with some type of mold control or mold killer at some point, and clean that up. But I have changed my mind, and I'm not using this cabinet. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this speaker from this cabinet, and I'm chucking this cabinet. I will build a wooden cabinet for this. When you're taking speakers out of a cabinet and you're using something like this, or even a hand screwdriver, be very careful not to let it slip off of here and destroy your cone. That can happen in a split second. And then it's crying time. And I have another torn spot right here, but they're all on the surround, and I don't think there will be any issue to fix. problem is I'm not sure whether I put sealing around this. I don't think I did, but no, I didn't. The same thing taking it out. You have to be really careful, because if you don't, you're going to damage it. I want to look in here for anybody that's happening to be living in here. I don't see anything. Yeah. No, I think we're good. So we're going to take this inside and store it in a safe place. While we build the cabinet. Mr. Stink Bug, and he's still alive. Alright, we're going to chuck this. I can build a better cabinet than that. That was built 15 years ago before I started messing with any kind of woodworking. I can build a much better cabinet than that.